2020 has been a bad year all round thanks to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Additionally, as another year comes to a close, the death toll for wrestlers passing away makes for some really upsetting reading. We have lost so many wrestling icons in 2020 that it's only appropriate that we pay tribute to them in the best way possible. No intro today, just a tribute to the legends. Number 1. Tracy Smothers. The career of Tracy Smothers began in Florida Championship Wrestling, where Smothers would form a memorable tag team with Steve Armstrong. The duo would later find themselves in WCW, and they would feud with the legendary Fabulous Freebirds in one of the most famous rivalries in WCW history. Smothers would even have a 2-year stint in the WWE before having one last career resurgence in ECW, and would then take his work to the independent circuit before ultimately retiring. Unfortunately, on 28 October 2020, it was revealed that Smothers had passed away following a battle with lymphoma. Tributes poured in following the news of Smothers' passing from fans and wrestlers alike. Former WWE Champion CM Punk would pay tribute to Smothers on social media. He would state, "Tracy was the first name I ever worked. He taught me so much just that first night and continued to do so for years. He loved working shows full of young kids and always helped share his knowledge. Always asked if I was swimming and eating cans of tuna. His shadow boxing to warm up is legendary. I can hear it now if I close my eyes. I watched him try to take a guy's eye out once, then he immediately started brushing his teeth." Number 2. Steve Gillespie. On January 18, 2020, it was revealed that Canadian pro wrestler Steve Gillespie had passed away at the age of 56. Gillespie was best known for his time in Stampede Wrestling during the 80s, and this was before he worked in Japan under the name of Dr. Hannibal. Wrestling was something that Gillespie was involved in until the very end, as he worked as a promoter alongside Teddy Hart in the Hart Legacy Wrestling promotion. Number 3. Zeus. Tommy Lister Jr., aka Zeus, was most well known by fans thanks to his appearance in the 1989 movie No Holds Barred. The movie would later inspire a feud between Zeus and Hulk Hogan, and the two would face off in a tag match with Hogan teaming with Brutus Beefcake, while Zeus teamed with the legendary Macho Man Randy Savage. Following his WWE run, Zeus would have a run in WCW where he would join the infamous Alliance to end Hulkamania in a short but memorable run as Z-Gangster, not to mention his most famous role being Debo from the Friday movies. But on December 10th, 2020, Zeus passed away at his home, and dozens of wrestlers from around the world paid tribute via social media. These included Zeus's arch-rival Hogan, who tweeted, "Yo Zeus, rest in peace my big brother. It's taken a couple of days for me to regroup. Love you for life, Hulk Hogan." Number 4. Kamala. Kamala was a wrestling legend who had great runs in WCW and WWE. During his career, he would have notable feuds with the likes of Hulk Hogan and The Undertaker, which fans still talk about to this very day. On August 5, 2020, it was revealed that Kamala had tested positive for COVID-19 and hospitalized as a result. According to his wife, he likely contracted it from one of his numerous weekly visits to the dialysis center. Unfortunately, due to the COVID-19 diagnosis, he started to experience complications from his diabetes, and he would go into cardiac arrest and pass away on August 9, 2020 at the age of 70. A substantial number of wrestlers paid tribute to the wrestling legend. This included Goldberg, who stated, "Saddened to hear the news of the passing of the great Kamala, first wrestler I had the pleasure of seeing live. I was a believer." Number 5. Bob Armstrong. On August 27, 2020, it was revealed that WWE Hall of Famer Bullet Bob Armstrong had sadly passed away at the age of 80. WWE would describe Armstrong as one of the most tenacious grapplers on the planet during the territorial days of sports entertainment. Armstrong had fantastic promo ability as well as a tremendous in-ring ability. He had 4 sons, Scott, Brad, Steve, and Brian, and all of them followed in their father's footsteps, where they were involved in the wrestling business in some capacity. Most notable, Brian James, who would wrestle under the name of the Road Dogg. WWE legend Kane would pay tribute to Armstrong on Twitter, saying, "Very sad to hear about the passing of Bullet Bob Armstrong. Bob was tough as nails, loved the wrestling business, and was a legend throughout the Southeast. I enjoyed working with him and learning from him during my time in SMW. Rest in peace, Bullet." Number 6. Road Warrior Animal. On September 22, 2020, Road Warrior Animal sadly passed away from natural causes at the age of 60. Warrior was a part of one of the greatest tag teams of all time alongside Hawk in the Legion of Doom, and the duo won tag titles in pretty much every major promotion in the US. The official WWE tribute to Animal read as follows: one of the most intense superstars to ever step into the squared circle, the 6'2", 300-pound Animal spent most of his career alongside his tag partner Hawk. Together, they formed what was arguably the most successful, popular, and feared tandem of all time, the Road Warriors. Tributes were shared from all around the world and from wrestlers of almost every era. WWE Hall of Famer Hulk Hogan would tweet, "Rest in peace, Animal. Love you, my brother. I know you and Hawk have had a lot of unfinished business to take care of. Godspeed and blessings to your beautiful family. One love for life, Hulk Hogan." Number 7. Howard Finkel. Howard Finkel, without a doubt, is the greatest ring announcer of all time. He was notable for being WWE's first ever employee, and he was certainly one of their best. He even came up with a name for the showcase of the Immortals, Wrestlelamia. That's how legendary he was. Finkel was a ring announcer for nearly 30 years, and he solidified himself as the benchmark for ring announcing when he was inducted into the 2009 Hall of Fame. Now, after various health problems, Finkel would sadly pass away on April 16, 2020 at the age of 69. Naturally, Finkel touched the lives of many fans and wrestlers over his career. Vince McMahon himself would tweet, "Saddened to learn the passing of my friend and WWE's first employee, WWE Hall of Famer Howard Finkel. The grandest moments in sports entertainment history were made all the grander thanks to Howard's iconic voice." WWE had a classy tribute to Howard Finkel, making him the ring announcer during the greatest wrestling match at Backlash 2020's pay-per-view, with Edge taking on Randy Orton. Number 8. Rocky Johnson. Rocky Soulman Johnson sadly passed away at his home at the age of 75 on January 15, 2020. Johnson was a WWE Hall of Famer and was famous for memorable feuds with the likes of Don Morocco and Greg Valentine. He would also tag alongside Tony Atlas and would become the first ever African-American tag team champions in WWE history. Johnson was the father of The Rock, who would become one of the biggest names in the world and even had a hand in training the Great One. The Rock would pay tribute to his dad by saying, "I wish I had one more shot. Just to say goodbye, say I love you, say thank you. I respect you, but I have a feeling he's watching, he's listening." Number 9. Pat Patterson. Pat Patterson was a true trailblazer in pro wrestling, and his passing at the age of 71 hit everybody hard. Pat had a career that had spanned 6 decades, and in that time he became the first Intercontinental Champion, as well as introducing us with the Royal Rumble concept. Most fans know Pat from being one of Vince McMahon's stooges during the Attitude Era and creating some incredibly hilarious moments that will live with WWE fans forever. WWE executive Triple H paid tribute to Pat by saying, "No words can describe what he gave to us. His body as an in-ring performer, his mind as a storyteller, and his spirit as a beloved member of our large WWE family. I will miss him for so many reasons. It's never goodbye, it's see you down the road. Love you, Pat. A booze." Ric Flair would pay tribute and recall the last time the pair had spoken. A great wrestler, he and Ray were second to none. A fabulous mind, caring and thoughtful, always had a smile on his face. Just to list a few of many, the last thing I can remember him saying to me is, "She's so damn good, Ricky. Are you sure she's your daughter? Rest in peace, Pat." And number 10. Shad Gaspard. Shad Gaspard lived a life full of love and positivity, and he passed away by doing one of the most heroic things a human being can do. On May 17, 2020, Shad and his son were caught in a strong current in Venice Beach. Shad instructed the lifeguards to save his son first, and then sadly Shad disappeared underwater. The US Coast Guard and fellow wrestlers such as JTG, John Morrison, and Chris Masters searched 70 square miles of coast for Shad and his body, but they just couldn't find him. On May 19th, they managed to find his body. Shad passed away as a hero, and this was recognized beyond the pro wrestling world. Arnold Schwarzenegger would state, "He was such a positive force in the gym and the world. He was a hero in bodybuilding, a hero in wrestling, and the moment he told lifeguards to save his son first, the ultimate hero." Rest in peace, legends.